Okay, so you finally got that teaching gig and you can't wait to get in the classroom. But hold on, you got to get all that stuff they want you to teach. That's a lot, and they give you like 12 hours of material to teach in an 8-hour block. So how you gonna do that? Here's an idea. Let's use lecture. So get a blender and get all that stuff in there and fire it up because you need to make it all fit. And voila! It is alive! Okay, so now you're in the class and you're feeling really good because you're prepared and all that. And look, your students are ready to go. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, they seem to be losing interest. Better pour on more lecture. Give it all you've got. Well, that 8 hours finally ended. But what happened to your material? Looks like most of it fell onto the floor. Did the students take any of it with them? And how do you feel? A little flu-like? Sore throat? Sore back? Hey, lecture is hard work. You know, there's a better way. It's called adult learning, and a lot of people don't know about it, like it's some kind of secret or something. But it's not really. And anyway, I have a key. So, you want to know? Don't tell, ask. Yeah, see, when you're up there on stage, sending out all of that material, well, some of it goes right over your students' heads. And other stuff students try to avoid because they think they don't really need it. And some students even deflect your material because it doesn't build on what they already know. It's not really the students' fault because you know, when they're not involved, their minds wander. And they get distracted. And it's very easy to sit back and pretend to listen. Meanwhile, you're up there pulling all the weight. As you see, lecture is hard work. So while you work, students sit there and wait for the end of the day. We call that passive learning. But really, is there any learning in there? So let's fix it by asking, not telling. Start with a question. So, what would you do? And yeah, they probably won't answer right away. But wait for it, and there it is. Well, I might do this, or maybe do that, or instead do this. Yes! Good job! And the next thing you know, that sparked an idea. And another student weighs in and's like, hey, call on me! Call on me! Or, here's another way. Break the class into groups and give each group a question. Or better yet, each a separate question. Then have each group give their answers that they learned from this group, and that group, and then this one, and then that one. Until it's like, hey, everyone is teaching one another. Meanwhile, you're doing a lot less pulling and having more fun too. Now, back to another adult learning tip. The 85% rule. No, it's not really a rule, and not exactly science. But what we find is that you just let the students come up with about 85% of what you came there to teach. You find out what they know and teach the rest. Oh, and avoid using lecture to do it. This wears both of you down. Better to use groups. Now sure, you can give groups resources like books, a guest speaker, video clips, hey, maybe the internet. And sure, you can get a little lecture in there too. And one student gets it, and then another, until you've helped them all to learn for themselves. So, test it out. Take what the group comes up with and put it next to your stuff. Yeah, they get about 85% of it. So find out what they know and teach the rest. Oh, and here's another thing about adult learning. Students like to be involved in the learning process and sharing with you what they know. And as they work harder and harder, they learn more and remember it longer. Well, sure, not everything you sling is going to stick. But the odds are much, much higher than when the students leave your class. The information they need sticks with them. Sure, There's more to learn about it, but you're off to a great start as a super trainer. So, when you can, learn more about adult learning and keep improving your game. Your students will thank you for it.